starting to pick up the pace. I think there's some very cool stuff strategically coming out from Vitality. I think individually for Fnatic, we're seeing them all come alive and start to play a little bit better. So this is a very cool matchup going head to head. And let's just hope it delivers a little bit more than the last one. Here we go. Starting off, Fnatic taking on Vitality on Nuke, and Fnatic going to start on the CT side.
Yes, they will. Do have all Glocks there on the T side, and not really that many grenades. They've already been thrown out. They're going to make the jump shot outside. Wanted to see if they could take a fight, and they haven't found anyone yet that they can actually bring down. Flusha did take a bit of damage, but ooh, that's actually a lot onto Masuta, and they're going to continue to run for Golden, but now they're getting picked apart. I think Vitality wanted for that to be a surprise and to knock someone out of that push, and that didn't really happen. Fnatic saw it coming. The ball might still go down here, the bomb site. Oh, JW sneaking in to execute Saiwu, and now all trouble for the Vitality lineup. RPK has the door closed in his face. Oh, this is very rude. Now they're just toying with him. Give him a chance, and Brolin coming in from the other side to take him down. That is the most Fnatic way to start a game.
That's beautiful. They absolutely destroyed the first half of that attack. I said we had some cool things coming up from Vitality strategically. This one might have been a little bit ambitious. That's a tough run to make. It's nice that they even got into that position, but obviously Fnatic able to just kind of wheel in the perfect positions to shut that all down. And obviously the door situation is straight up hilarious.
Yeah, coach is laughing as well. You love to see it. Some grenades here on the T side. They went for a pretty aggressive buy in this one. Tech9 will take a kill, but it's a 2-for-1 trade as Brolin will be taking down Apex as well. Having a guy lurk and wait behind there. JW was wise to it, definitely saw it coming. And bomb is being planted as we speak, but oh, once again interrupted, this time by Crims. That door is becoming a problem.
Yeah, then very early on for Vitality. That's 2 plants and 2 denials for Fnatic. Well done. Yeah, Zaiwu just putting out the smoke. Golden is normally very, very good and very smart in this ramp room position. I think he just caught off guard there by the pace of that attack from Vitality with those Tech 9. So I don't imagine we're going to see him getting caught too much. He's generally a player, I think, that falls before he's really in too much danger. Let's see, 2-0, and still just unarmored pistols for the Vitality side. And again, it's looking like it's going to be pretty quick pace as they try and catch Flusha out in the open, and indeed they will. Brolin's now going to have to get a new angle, and that's 2 picks off for Zaiwu. Here's Brolin with a double, a triple, and he's holding on so well. I don't know if they would have been able to build anything and actually win this round, but certainly Brolin kept the danger from even forming.
Yeah, that's some critical couple of kills there. Nice triple for him. One of the players absolutely to watch him. One of the players that Vitality will have to hope does not really start to play well, because it's been great watching Brolin in his element when that's been working out.
Ooh. All right, Zaiwu a couple cleanup kills there. Not too shabby. Here we go. First gun round underway. 5 AK-47s for Vitality. Everyone but Shox has all the nades in the world. You have 2 SMGs and a scout on the Fnatic side, so a chance to just balloon that economy if they can upgrade those weapons for free. And again, look at the pacing. Look at the speed in these first 4 rounds that Vitality is coming out with.
Yeah, they actually ran even though there wasn't a smoke. I mean, that smoke that's up there now only went down after they had actually already crossed Shox with a kill to take down Brolin. Grenade can land on at least one of them there. They've taken a lot of grenade damage, but they have the entry kills. Can they keep going? Flusha circling in behind, but Apex, he's wise to this move, and he will still somehow lose the fight. That's hard to explain.
Yeah, they're just going to go right up the vents. And that round is won by speed for Vitality, even despite the fact that the first 3 rounds have been so fast. Fnatic was not prepared for it again here in the 4th. By the time Brolin is even dropping into the vent, they've already crossed to the stairs. So, I mean, he peeks out of the vents, and there's already 3 people lined up ready and waiting. He had no chance in that fight whatsoever. I think even the communication was a little bit shocked that that kind of a rush was happening. So, Fnatic caught off guard, and Vitality have their first round on the board, but plenty of money built up for the defense.
Golden with...
Oh, that's not ideal.
They had a couple... I mean, I don't think Apex should have lost that fight when Flusha was walking up behind. I mean, they might still have lost the round there, but there were just a couple of moments in this round where probably they should have had way more out of it there. So 3-1 though. Vitality on the board. They're gonna be happy about that.
They're gonna be very, very happy about that. We'll see if they can build on it. We'll see if they can string the rounds together. Yep.
Who were they playing Vitality in the last game? Was that NIP they were playing, or was it Dig? It was Dig, wasn't it?
It was Dig. Yep. So I mean, you're kind of correct.
Kind of correct in a way, in a sense. Just off on the year, but yeah, I guess we've seen Vitality go for this change of pace before, where they're really, really aggressive, and I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah, well, change of pace is one thing. Starting out by rushing 4 rounds in a row is a completely different, which has been pretty cool to see. JW with the AWP is going to be put into secret stairs right off the bat. That Molotov is behind him, so he takes a little bit of damage as he retreats back to safety. This time, Vitality's going to turn in towards Mini, or just walk along this wall. They have a lot of options. The garage is available. There goes JW. Shox has found the entrance into secret stairs.
Flusher looking out there all the way back towards CT spawn. Oh, he's out in the open, and they're just going to swing for him. There's a lot of people ready to fight him. Brolan would love for someone to cross, but not like that. Oh, Masuta goes down, but doesn't even matter at this point here. 2 versus 4, and Golden and Crim's just back on out. There's no point in trying to retake this.
Okay, this is crazy, that what Vitality is doing right now. They are being so aggressive. And it's interesting to see Fnatic not even being able to handle it whatsoever. I think they're so confused by these timings, it feels like. They're not ready for fights when they actually present themselves. Flusha way back towards CT spawn, getting caught out in the open. I could have sworn he was hearing footsteps. It's not like Apex was being quiet in any way to get to that position. It was maybe he was just swinging wider to handle that fight and picked off from long range. But JW goes down without a kill. He had an AWP at the stairs. So Vitality coming in with a good start on this T side of Nuke.
Yeah, they are. And, you know, if this is going to be the pace that's going to be set, you would just assume that Fnatic would be one of the best teams in the world to you know, match that kind of crazy play. To say, all right, maybe they just haven't really caught on yet.
I think we will. Yeah, I think we will. I think a lot of it has just been caught off guard. I think initially, like, the shock value of having this many fast-paced rounds, I think we're going to see Fnatic kind of step up to the plate. The question is, in the next gun round, which is coming next, does Vitality do a change of pace except make it slower? You just mentioned the changes of pace where we saw where they actually just kind of cranked up the speed and halfway through the half. This time they can slow it down halfway through the half. Shox finds one towards spawn. There's a lot of Fnatic players ready and waiting for this battle. Golden's got one from directly beneath Shox, but Shox isn't exposed to the danger.
Yeah, now backup's going to be called in for, so... Yeah, they can afford to wait this out and just, you know, take these fights slowly. The USPs shouldn't be coming out on top for too long. And there's a good kill. Golden managed to relocate to pick up an AK-47, but they're hunting for JW, and he's actually just got nowhere to be safe, which is kind of a little bit shocking. 35 seconds as they move in. Golden with one good kill. Great follow-up. Another headshot for Golden. Very slim chance still because they're walking up behind him, but he gets another one.
Oh, no.
I can't believe it. He's ready. He's heard it. 24 seconds. Can he clutch this? It's practically a 1 versus 4. Shox would steal it away, but that is an amazing quad kill for Golden. What a player.
Yeah, that's wild. He put himself in a position to win that. And obviously, Shox is just such a master in those scenarios. And obviously, 20 seconds makes it so difficult for Golden to handle that fight and the low HP on top of everything. But that's good for at least taking money away from Vitality. Masuta's bought down to 100. Cash flow at least gets stopped for the French attack. Very little utility for Fnatic to work with if they wanted to deploy anything quickly to stop the fast rushes. But all 5 players from Vitality are going to be inside in lobby towards ramp room, and that's an early win for RPK.
Good start. Now, are they going to go down that vent behind it? I mean, they're sort of set up for it. I don't know if they actually want to follow through. They're doing it a little bit late, and that allowed for JW to pick off Apex in the meantime. Golden has repositioned, and he's going to be catching one of them. Not the second one. RPK still alive, tapping away 3-on-3 with RPK practically dead.
And Crim's now pushed up into hut. Hearing a lot of information. This is a tough angle for Vitality to deal with, and he's never going to spin into the bomb site. He's never taking his eyes off his choke point. ZywOo's going to go down. RPK has to do something, but he's only got 3 HP, and he almost backs up into the spam. At least the bomb plant is going to be there for Vitality.
Smoke in the hut will do a little bit. That's such an amazing kill for Crims there in hut, because he was the only one actually that was in the upper part of the map. Everyone else was down in B, so really important. Flusher nearly had that angle to go for the fight. They'll take down RPK, and now it's on Shox. He'll get one more headshot. Turns for it. That's the AWP on the other side. If he misses the chance, there might not be another one tapping the bomb, and he goes down. Shox again to save them. A triple for the legend.
If Shox continues his play from yesterday, Fnatic is going to be having some issues. This is like a revitalized Shox that we saw against Dig. If he sticks around, I think new viewers to Counter-Strike are probably going to see why we have so much respect for Shox as a player. 4-3, another big clutch for Shox, another huge 1 versus 1. Back-to-back 1v1s for Shox 1 to keep Vitality in the driver's seat. 4 rounds in a row now for Vitality's attack.
Yeah, that would be a bit of a dream for a bunch of people out there. I do sometimes feel like you know, a real boomer talking about the glory days of Shox and how good he was, and you know, you're right. There is a whole generation of people who just say, "What are you talking about?" at this point in time. But we're not lying.
It's like that for, there's a lot of players who are like that, but I think Shox is probably going to be the biggest like head scratching one for newer viewers, because I think it's been so long since we've seen even like really flashes of the old brilliance.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely agree. Could be seeing just a little bit of it here. We've got some pistols though upgraded on the Fnatic side, so could still be somewhat dangerous. Some of these rounds, I mean, just think about how quickly they've spun into all-out chaos, where, you know, there's fights happening at the, you know, both A and B bomb side. No one is fighting together. It's all just sort of individual fights all over the place. I could understand it if Fnatic are really confused about what exactly is going on in this game right now.
No, but that's always been like the Fnatic specialty. They have one of those weird play styles where it always feels like they're fighting individually, but there is some teamwork coming into it. Good job managing vents. JW's the last one to drop down the ladder. He goes down to ZywOo's Tech 9, and these are some fast and powerful headshots coming out of Vitality. 5-3, oh so quickly.
Yeah, I mean, from what looked like just a great upgrade and snappy start for Fnatic, shutting them down in the pistol and then continuing on, it's definitely turned around quite a bit here. 5 rounds on the T side of Nuke is nothing to scoff at. Got that AWP on ZywOo as well, 1 on JW, which is, I mean, that would be a fun fight to watch if they could get into a bit of sniping action.
I think that the best part about watching Vitality these past 2 days against Dig yesterday in the whole 3-map series, and now here against Fnatic in these first 8 rounds, is this is a Vitality that's not afraid to take any fights. They are, you know, as we always like to say, peaking with intent. They are ready for every battle as they turn the corners, and they're not scared to take them in any way. It's not like they're trying to outmaneuver or outposition too much. They're just, you know, they're in their moment, and they just, you know, swing, and they commit to whatever battle that they find, and more often than not, at least in the early stages, they're winning them. So that's something that's very exciting to see for a French side that we haven't gotten that out of them for a number of years.
No, it really has been a little bit of time since we've seen it. Did used to be what the hallmark of French Counter-Strike, the thing that everyone feared playing against them.
Yeah. And in French Counter-Strike's experienced a little bit of like the dark ages in Counter-Strike. I mean, this is the last team in a scene where pretty much all the old guard, all the standard bearers have had their own internal disputes and broken up and drifted into their own ways. This is the last bastion of French Counter-Strike.
That is, yeah, that's what it feels like. They had too many insurrections, too many revolutions going on, and now they've had to rebuild from the ground up. 9th round. They've lost Apex early on. It's a bit of a find there for JW, who's still hanging out by the secret stairs. Grenades being used to try and get closer to him, but he might have another shot. Oh, that's a good shot from Shox. Not a lot showing there.
Jesus.
Well, yeah, Shoxy
That's
Jesus.
brutal. He's back. Let's see how he turns this corner. Masuta, oh my dear lord. What are you supposed to do about any of this? And you could call as many timeouts as you want. There's nothing you can say to get you prepared for that kind of a headshot. Immediate. Another one for Masuta. He's got a triple kill in the round. All opened up just 10 seconds ago, it feels like, by Shox.
That's such a decisive turnaround in a round where they're a man down, and it was slowed down for a second. But then, as soon as it's go time, yeah, Shox to begin with, Masuta to follow it up. Beautiful round out of him, a triple right now. Couldn't ask for for more experienced player than Shox either in terms of, and I mean RPK as well, and Apex. So for someone like Masuta and ZywOo, right, they're getting a lot for free just being part of the team here. Which is amazing.
Yeah, they are. It's really cool stuff. ZywOo hasn't even really had to be put into play quite yet. He's got 10 kills, 5 deaths. He's actually leading the way for Vitality, but the most of the kills that you're going to remember are the ones by Shox, the 2 clutches so far. This triple kill from Masuta, you have to imagine is going to stick. Oh, that's crazy.
He's so ready.
They're not even getting a chance to fight back at the moment. 6-3, Vitality is on fire.
Shox is dancing in his seat. That's how much they're winning. HE grenades abound. Still got 3 of them left. Hoping to find the right target. Doesn't feel like there's anywhere enough grouping going on right now for that to really happen. I'm starting to get this feeling that Fnatic almost has to match the madness here. I feel like that, it's hard when you're on the CT side because again you're not the one setting the pace. But I just almost feel like, yeah, maybe now's the time to actually go and fight them out in the yard. Like take 2 or 3 people out there and actually just say, okay, if that's what you want, then let's go. Berlin Shorty, yeah, he's putting up a smoke.
Also, the lobby crunches that are going to be available to the CT side, that might be something they go to in the future. But certainly, I think the key is one of the scary things when you start to have this discussion, though, because obviously, if you're Fnatic, you want to put a stop to the confidence that Vitality have outside in the yard. You've had JW with an AWP in staircase 3 times now in this half, and it hasn't done a damn thing. Like, the first time around, it was Shox just entering into him. Later on, he didn't get anything done. I can't remember who killed him the second time around. The third time, it was the 1 kill and Shox coming in late and dispatching him again. So, I mean, even having, one of your strongest players, especially with the AWP out in that yard, it's not slowing down Vitality whatsoever. So now you almost have to think maybe there's aggression in the cards. Maybe someone pushes up underneath Silo. But that's all going to take resources away from other parts of the map. And Vitality now, with how much success they've had, the entire playbook is open. They can throw outside smokes and hit the upper bomb site. They can feign you towards ramp. They can pull your defense in multiple directions because Fnatic's not having success anywhere.
Well, again, quick in. A little bit of a Molotov there to slow them down, but I think they were thinking about it. Waiting a second before they go. Leaping Apex into the bomb site. He's going to be going down, and Brolin, that is a quick reaction. A little bit shocked and maybe slightly disappointed that no one was there to actually turn that kill immediately. RPK makes the cross on over for an immediate bomb plant, and that's going to be annoying. He's almost going down, but now back through that dreaded door that's been really bugging Fnatic so far.
Yeah, but ZywOo holding the angle for Flusha, and he sees it coming. Now he's put into play.
Oh no.
Molotov on Shox as well. There's no smokes for Fnatic. Golden's tapped the bomb, spam coming in. And ZywOo just going to be safe about it. 10-second defuse as well. And this is not going to work out. ZywOo's got both through the smoke. Transitions to the M4, and Vitality's up at 8.
Shox can hardly believe it. He's finally playing in a team where it's, it isn't that he's got that puppy, sad puppy face half the time when they're losing, but that's all gone.
Yeah, him and Apex both are going to have to work on their memeable happy faces from now on.
I like the dancing in your chair, kind of that. They can work on that. I'm sure Apex could dance. Sure, if you let him loose on the dance floor, he's crazy.
I bet Apex is an awful dancer. That's no insult. I'm a terrible dancer too, but Apex doesn't strike me as a graceful dancer.
Not graceful, but he doesn't have to be graceful. I bet he's an aggressive, forceful dancer.
Great, just what I want out of my dancing. Aggression.
I'll set you up on a date with Apex one of these days, Jason. We'll find out. JW goes down immediately, and the bomb side has fallen. No point even showing up. They're just gonna throw grenades at you.
This is so wild. Oh, bomb is getting planted right now. Everything is covered. Molotovs in all the choke points. Vitality going to extend their lead to 9-3. It's about to be a rough day for predictions. I think 100% of the talent picked Fnatic.
Did we? No, we didn't, did we? I swear I picked Vitality.
I'm pretty sure.
I had told myself that I picked Vitality, so I was, you know, I was sitting here feeling pretty confident. Maybe I didn't, and I'm just wrong.
You definitely didn't.
Well, in my own brain, Jason, I thought Vitality. That's gotta count for something.
I only picked Fnatic because I haven't gotten my Vitality Ultra Boost yet.
Oh yeah, really?
Unless you took them. They're supposed to be delivered to your house.
It could be. I'll go
You
back
haven't been
and
checking
check.
your packages, have you?
No, I haven't. Listen,
God damn it.
I've got a lot going on at home, Jason. So, but yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I'll go search.
Baking all those pizzas.
I've taken a little break from that. There's no more pizzas for a little while. 9-3, my God.
What do you do, Anders, if you're Fnatic? What do you call it? Are you doing the lobby crunch? I know that's one of your favorite strategies.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. Send JW up on that little roof that's on top of the garage that you can't escape from if you're on the CT side, and have him fight out there. Like, I really think just do something mad here. Maybe bring someone else out there with him to distract, but I don't like this waiting around kind of thing. It's proven to be not successful.
Okay, so your solution is to go for a one and done spot for JW. The odds of this are creeping very aggressively towards Vitality, and it makes sense. Look at how fast this hit is. Crims is shutting it down for the moment. We've seen Vitality turn these rounds.
Oh no, that grenade.
RPK's got a chance.
That grenade could kill JW, but somehow it doesn't actually end up there. I don't know if he stopped or if he just got killed. Now it's Shocks in a 1 versus 3. He's done this before, and this time it's not going to happen. Golden will take him down. They look like they could have turned that fight, but good hold. Crims, I think, initially with a couple of kills and a 4-9 scoreline.
Yeah, that double kill from Crims was the all-important factor in this round. Even getting blinded, you could see Masuta taking down his teammate. Crims just had to hold the line all on his own.
Oh.
And it even buys time for JW. Oh, he peeks just as the nade comes in, so good call from J-Dubs. 13 kills on Golden, 8 on Brolin and JW each. And Zywoo's got 14 with Shocks at 11 for the Vitality side.
I like this from Flusher, yeah. Go mad, go crazy. He's a little bit alone, and he did need someone to flash him. He's still gonna pick up 2 kills. A massive double, and he's swinging for that. A headshot to take down Apex. Flusher is tired of losing these rounds, and this is what it means to take control.
Yeah, I mean, we kept kind of talking about lobby crunches or putting a couple players outside. All you needed was Flusher all on his own, and he gets 3 frags. Masuta brought down low. Half HP for him, and it's a 1 versus 4. Now, it's great that Flush has provided that. It's not going to happen, you know, too frequently that one player just pushes up to red box and gets a triple kill in that fashion. But thankfully for Fnatic, it doesn't really matter. They've just been desperate in these final 3 rounds of the half. They just need to get something on the board. So at this point, it doesn't matter how you do it. They don't need to prove to us that they can win consistent CT rounds because the half is already over. At this point, it's just scraping together what you can so you have a chance in the second half.
9-5. Apex unhappy. He shouldn't be. They are doing a good job at the moment. Let's see if they can add another round. Again, even losing some of these rounds here, they've managed to keep the economy going just fine. Outside to fight, but it would have been criminal if Fnatic hadn't won that last one with Flusher doing all of that work.
Well, they finally slowed down Vitality. If that's any consolation to the Fnatic players. Final round of the first half. Smokes being deployed by Vitality. Flusha is going to be in the warehouse behind the smoke. It's going to be a close wall. Crims to defend inside Minion. Brolin inside of the bomb site.
Flusher is out of the garage here. I mean, they're hearing him shoot that gun all the time. Are they going to try and go fight him? No, they go in through Minion. What a lineup from Saiwu, knocking out both Crims and Brolin. Nice attempt, but it's not going to matter. A triple kill for Saiwu. And yeah, they slowed down until they got started again, and then they just overwhelmed them. Sharks with another one, and this is outrageous.
Well, that is just due to the amount of pressure and success Vitality had. I mean, Crims is so nervous, spamming into the smoke, and it's just Zaiwu and the rest of Vitality taking advantage of the reload timing. That is a phenomenal half from Vitality. 17 kills for Zaiwu, 13 kills for Shox, who also won 2 1v1s early on in the half, and Vitality have a commanding lead switching over to defense. We're going to see how that goes when we return from the break for the second half. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to the Betway Free-for-All Challenge. We just finished the AWP duel, and now it's time for the Deagle. Too early in the morning. So bad, dude.
No, don't.
we are. Second half now coming up. It's the first map between Vitality and Fnatic. We're on Nuke, and 10-5. That was Vitality playing on the T side, and they got all those rounds. Fnatic looked like they were just struggling to catch up and even sort of figure out what this crazy level of action that was coming out from the French even was all about. We'll see if they can do better in the second half. That's coming up right now. Jason, if they win the pistol here, do you think Fnatic have a good chance of doing it?
I wouldn't say good, but they have a chance. Golden's gonna lead the way. He's fully blind. Masuta and RPK in response, and RPK still in the sight, and he pounces around the other way. A one-tap, but Crimson Flusha keeping Fnatic going, and this is non-stop. ZywOo with the flank, pulls Crims off the bomb, and he's got to go find and cover his backside.
Oh man, the fact that RPK was still back there, I don't think they had a count on it. They didn't know. Crims, I think, smartly ducking out of that bomb site. It's not worth it when there's a guy on the high ground as well who could swing against you. They will have found out by now, so what's the response going to be for Vitality when they realize he's not here anymore? Doesn't want to make the jump down to signal any noise, which, I mean, makes a lot of sense. Good way to minimize the information being leaked over to the enemy side.
What a show-off with the knife out that whole way. Well, he'll at least get a plant. And he can be reasonably sure that he's the only one down here. And I mean, there's no point to faking it because you're going to give up the game and then you give Vitality time to close the gap. So here's the door opened. Sound cue for Vitality, but Crims is going to toy with him.
Yeah, he'll close it up once again. Goes back into a position where they have to get a bit closer against that Glock. He is low, well, he's half health, and that's going to be a little bit of an issue again with the USPs coming in. They are also, at least Shox is also taking some damage. That's an excellent headshot, and now ZywOo on the other sid. Can he close out this round? He's already got the 1-1 peak. They've been doing this all day. It's disgusting.
I know. That is so harsh. And Crims plays that about as well as you can. That's not. That's no mistakes, no wrong decisions. That is just ZywOo stealing your entire soul with one bullet. 11-5.
I mean, this is actually really impressive for Crims, but this peak is just boom, instant. Been having a lot of that.
I will say, it's a spectacular shot, but ZywOo does have the advantage of getting to pre-fire that position because there's nowhere else for Crims to go. So he can turn the corner already pulling the trigger, but still, regardless, first bullet straight to the face is a bit brutal for Crims.
At what point during all of that chaos, it looked like Fnatic were coming out on top. I think RPK getting that kill as they were planting the bomb was probably one of the turnaround moments. No dice for Fnatic, and yeah, that's a little bit uncomfortable. Oh, that grenade's gonna catch these. Oh, no, not that much. Just a bit of damage on both. That's fine. And this is a turnaround.
Oh, Shox. He's gonna find Crims opening the door while switching to the nade. I think Fnatic might want to go back up the vents and try and readjust to the upper bomb site. Let's see how they handle this. JW's flanking in towards ramp room. That's perfect. Shox is here, but he's boxed in and somehow still wins.
Oh, and RPK finally coming down to help out here with the M4. He's the only one with any real health. Shox has found a Galil, but again, that's going to be really hard for him to do a lot with the health that he has got left. So see if RPK could find some quick kills. Opening the door could actually maybe give him one of them. There is a chance, but ooh, Golden with the FAMAS instead will come out on top. And I'd say just walk away, Shox now. Yeah, he's already quite far away. Good return.
Yes, nice to see Fnatic battle back and steal this second round into the lower bomb site. 6-11, still a ways to go. And now we get to see what the decision is for the Vitality side, if they want to play it safe with their money, get back to the gun rounds as soon as possible, or if they'll reinvest with Deagles with a scout in this next round.
Yeah, I don't think they want to go too hard at it.
I vote save.
You'd save?
They're not going to.
Wow.
Well, the only reason I say that is because Shox had, what, like I think 3,100 before he just bought and dropped a weapon over. So you were in I think you could actually, if you save this round, you'd be able to drop an AWP over to ZywOo in the next one, and then you're sitting there with a very strong buy. But as we know, teams do not feel a whole lot of risk in force buying in these scenarios. So Vitality is going to go right back at it.
Well,
CZ on Apex.
I think it's also just the fact that, you know, they only need 5 more rounds. So you know, you can either think, oh, maybe this round is going to be one of them, or you could, you know, you could try and get some better weapons. Although, looked like there was a brief momentary opportunity there. Shox goes right down to Brolin, who's another one of those Orc players that's really been using that gun convincingly.
Ooh, and even spots maybe the little defuse kit on Masuta or some kind of a utility pack. Yeah, I think that unfortunately that's the kind of logic that I think I don't know. I think it's a trap that teams walk into, and I don't know if it's backed up by any kind of statistics, but hold the thought. At the moment, we have a bit of a challenge here for Fnatic, but no longer. Yeah, like the 5-round lead. The problem is, if that can disappear so quickly, and then when you look back on it, you're like, okay, so we fought around with a P250, a CZ, and a Galil that was saved. And then the next round we had to full save so that we could buy in the next one. So then, like, that's 2 easy rounds given up that are no longer part of our 5-round lead. Instead of just giving up the 1 round and then having an AWP and then having 4 rifles or 3 rifles and an SMG. It feels like, you know, giving up just 1 real easy round instead of 2 decent. But again, we see teams win those kind of half buys anyway, so it's tough to, I don't know, it's tough to swing it either way. I think there's flaws, and obviously I think that's where the criticism comes into the money situation, is where there's no real punish. Like, both of them work.
Yeah, I mean, they did successfully do some damage in this, at least. Managed to take a couple of rifles away, so there's that. But you're right, back to saving now. And that will give a chance for Fnatic to close that 5-round gap to something more like a 3-round gap, which, again, is pretty manageable. Oh, look at this setup. 3 people. This is actually a thing people used to do in 1.6, if you remember. Out in the yard.
Yes. Yes, indeed. It didn't work back then. I don't think it's going to work now, but it is a beautiful stack.
I mean,
it is beautiful to see.
1.6.
Unfortunately, Fnatic's not going to see it.
Yeah, Flusher getting completely caught. I was going to say 1.6 pistols were also much worse, so...
Yeah, they were absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. JW in ramp room. Fnatic's going to take this round, and you can see everyone from Vitality backing away, not willing to give up any money over to their opponents. So playing a real harsh economy game at the moment. Not even wanting to give up the $300.
I don't know if I really want it back, but sometimes I do miss that outside catwalk on Nuke. The one that was on the CT side that they could run up all the way to look into the yard with.
Yeah, that was a fun catwalk. That was a really cool dynamic.
No one dies at the end of the round, so that was all we got. With a cool 3-man boost outside. And then it's 11-8. And now Vitality could buy again. But like you were pointing out earlier, could have had that AWP earlier on, but now instead it's M4s. So that's another potential downgrade.
It's M4s, it's no kits, a little bit lighter on the utility. Regardless, the odds are still in the favor of Vitality, although, I mean, I don't know. Soldier's first map, remember, this is the odds for the whole series, not just the map. JW is going to put out the smoke. No head armor on any of the Vitality players, so that Galil can be very impactful. JW's got to be careful there's no gap in that smoke. Masuta's looking for it.
Yeah, he's thinking about it. Has a little bit of backup as well. See if they can find a way to do some damage. They're going to smoke it off again instead. RPK on the other side throwing that one. Wall comes down, and Apex. Ooh, that's a lot of space for him to work around. Did he?
Yeah, he blocked that smoke. Yeah, he stepped in front to create that gap. Good shot from ZywOo. A double kill for him. He does eventually go down, and Apex, even with that gap, even with the good play, has yet to be put into the action.
But look at how much information he's finding here. He's going to go down to JW. That's a real shame. Shox, one good pick off, but that's only going to stop the ball momentarily, and he's in a 1 versus 2 now. I actually can't believe Vitality aren't winning this round. I did it so much right.
And the double kill from ZywOo to start things out. Shox going for a battle, hasn't found Flusha. He's got to stay in safety. You could see he wanted that headshot and to swing wide into the site, and unfortunately, JW's got away, and he's going for... Is he going to go for the big flank? That's the question I want to know. You could see him wrapping all the way around to come around through heaven. So the longer Shox takes, he doesn't realize it, the more impossible this clutch gets.
That would have been cool if throwing down the pistol forced a peek on someone. What a genius move that would have been. Gonna tap the bomb, but without a kit, this is, I mean, it was already just a bit of a dream, but not gonna be possible. Quad kill for JW, and Fnatic are now at 9-11.
Man, if Vitality let this slip away, slip out of their fingers, what a turnaround from the first half that would be, because they were running over Fnatic with no issues throughout the whole first half. It was a 10-5 lead, a win in the pistol round, and now Fnatic has gone and rattled off 4 straight. How's that 5-round lead treating you, Anders?
Well, it's really started to make me nervous, because, I don't know, the whole setup was there. I swear that last round, they had every chance in that 3-on-3. I don't know how it went so badly.
I was actually, again, this is like a 2020 criticism, but when Shox gets put in that 1 versus 3 essentially and kills Crims with the bomb in lobby, I would have liked to have seen him stick around and just have a 1-on-1 against Flusha. Because yeah, his position is known, but he at least has control of the bomb. He knows JW was at Squeaky Door, he knows Flusha was at T-Mid, and he knows exactly where the bomb is. When he falls back from that fight and gives up control, he also gives up 3 critical pieces of information.
Yeah, and it's such a different thing to play a 1-on-2 with or without the bomb down. A lot of bullets being spent by Cyber, not connecting with anyone through the smoke. Oh, nice find.
Ooh. Bank shot. Gotta call those. Golden outside on Redbox. Gonna see absolutely nothing, and the cover of smoke is gonna allow him to move forward. Just upgraded pistols and armor on Apex for Vitality, and there's no access to that peak, to that fight for ZywOo.
Patiently waiting
So,
out here.
it'll be round 22, I think, that we finally get the AWP in ZywOo's hands if they want to put a real stop to this.
Yeah, which is, I mean, that's a long time to be waiting when you've got essentially a super weapon on your team that, you know, that would do a lot of damage with it. Yeah, this is pretty good. Ooh. That was right on his face. 10-11. And there it finally is.
Remember, this could have been out, I think, in the 3rd or 4th round.
Yep.
Let's see how it goes. See if this is the missing piece. Fnatic's surely going to know his AWP is in play now, with the full losing bonus built up for Vitality. They make a lot of noise on the initial attack, on the initial 10 seconds of the round, and then they slow things. JW again is going to position himself behind this smoke. How patient is he going to be? Masuda was looking for this for like 30 seconds in the previous round, and he's looking for it again.
And it's just a Galil down there, so could be a problem. Oh, but he's going to win the fight. Straight headshot to take him down. Good return at the very least. But that's still going to be really annoying if you're Masuda. Just had that inkling the whole time. ZywOo moving around
Look
inside.
at the rotation. Look how it's... Yeah, look how it's forced ZywOo to rotate. You're exactly right. Actually, that's towards the lower bomb site. Yeah. He's already dropped down. So this defense is scrambling to find information, to find what's coming next.
That was a nice kill. Thought he was ready for Flusha. Oh, and Apex, slight hiccup, still going to be able to get it. Now he knows there's someone else there. 40 seconds on the clock, and they're going to bring the bomb back instead. 2-on-3. Vitality had themselves set up really nice to finally win a round here. It's about time as well. Fnatic are almost equalizing the game. RPK sneaks in. The timing is perfect. He even does a bit of damage to Brolan, who's going to make a swift jump down. No one's here to catch him, but ZywOo, yeah, he's going to come down the ramp. Could maybe do it. Yeah, he's just there in time. Swift movement. And that's 12 rounds.
Yeah, nice measured rotations from Vitality throughout that whole round. No one overcommitting one way or the other. 12-10. They have a 2-round lead, and the AWP did its job. 2 kills for ZywOo. And a great ramp hold. I don't think Fnatic ever expected at that stage in the round to have to deal with 2 players in ramp. Even after JW got the 1-for-1 trade, I think they probably thought that would have thinned out the defense over there. So Vitality back up and running on the CT side, going to try and string 2 together. Again, money is not great. ZywOo at 0, RPK at 50. And this time it looks like Fnatic is committing to the fast pace, but there's a gap in the smoke and they didn't get fully around it. And that is a big shutdown for the defense.
That's how you want that to work. Half of them didn't even really know once they came out of the smoke what they were looking at. Apex is fired up and ready. 13-10. Look at the money on Fnatic even losing 2 rounds in a row here. That's actually just kind of absurd. They could just keep buying. And even then they have some left.
Yeah, especially if they get the plant. They're going to be buying as the losing bonus builds up. So, I mean, Fnatic is still going to be dangerous for a long stretch of this second half. But at the moment, Vitality's doing a great job of containing them. 25 kills on ZywOo, 18 on Shocks.
And he's going to continue.
This op is just unreal.
That's why we were wondering earlier on, like, why delay? Why not get it in that 3rd or 4th round? Why wait until the 7th? Just...
Yeah, it's part of the criticism, right? Because, I mean, he is... if he's not the best player in the world, he's the 2nd best player in the world. So, like, you should be getting the op in his hands as soon as humanly possible. It is just, he can do things with it that will win you the round at a higher clip than probably force buying with pistols and SMGs.
Apex could be put to the test out here. Bit of an off angle as they come through. Oh, and he sprays one big double and a triple at the end. That went way better than I was expecting. I thought that was like a 1-for-1 maybe, and then, you know, maybe some more damage and he'd be happy. Really well done.
Yeah, no one from Fnatic hard clears that angle. He just has to hold the trigger. Nice opening kill for ZywOo. This was perfect. Crims tries to respond, just not quick enough. And Golden walks into the headshot. Frustration for Fnatic. Nuke not going according to plan. Vitality with a 14-10 lead on their own map pick.
'25th round here. Yeah, the money, I mean, the loss bonus is starting to kick in. That's helping them out, but, man, they're in trouble.
Apex is just phenomenal. Everything he does with his face is great.
Maybe we could make it a show where we go and introduce Apex to different experiences, different things, you know? We take him on a roller coaster, we go skydiving, we just do different things with Apex.
I'm fine with that. I would love to host that show. I'll be there. Fnatic 4 rounds back, and they're buying up into this round with 2 Deagles. One on Flusha, one on Golden. Not wanting to play for overtime. JW hears Apex dropping down into the vents and running away. Masuta on top of Hut, just waiting for the door to open.
Crim's in charge of defending against just that, but Masuta was too quick, and RPK nearly a double. ZywOo will take one of them, and yeah, this is falling apart. 15-10, and I mean, yeah, they have a round loss bonus, but it's not going to save them from the lack of economy there. He's so excited.
No, now it gets even worse for Fnatic here. Scout picked up for Crims, AK on Brolin. It's desperation time, boys. Pick up your Deagles. Let's see what we can do. They've got enough utility. It's just really weak weaponry, and they have to face off against an Apex that has 12,000. A ZywOo who's had the hot hand with an AWP, 28 kills on him. He's got money in the bank as well. Everyone on Vitality has 2 buys behind this round.
Some early Molotovs, but it is ZywOo once again to open the bidding here. More evidence that this AWP is so worth the investment. JW's been dropped low in the meantime.
I don't think he's lost it since he picked that op up in the second half. He hasn't been killed yet. So that op is just, the return on investment is incredible. And I think we've seen him get like 3 opening kills to boot.
Shark's just waiting back here. Yeah, I mean, that's it's obviously even more of a ridiculous bonus that he just keeps holding on to it. So many of these entries here at the, well, after the orb has been picked up, has been down to him. No one there to help out Shocks, though, so, I mean, that's a little bit concerning. Could be one good flashbang here. He's going to turn for it, and a nice peek from Brolin. That's well done. Now, ZywOo's ready in case they want to try and see if they could do it. He's going to push past the smoke, and we'll catch JW. Bit risky, but all worth it.
Oh, here it comes. Saiwu with a triple kill in the round. Masuta with the other two. A 16-10 victory for Vitality. More dominant than the scoreline even suggests. No issues with Fnatic. And that's a map 1 victory. We're gonna break, then we'll get the desk to talk about this. We'll see if Vitality can close it out in 2 or if Fnatic can win their map pick to force us to a 3rd. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
But you got to draw a line somewhere, I guess.
Only good for that 1 week.
NBK is going to be in for a bit of a tight time here. Whoa. Nicely done. Point blank finds one, gets a second, a third. Looking for it, and he gets the 4th as well. French CS.
So they'll have to wait that one out. Clearly G2 looking to just split this B site at the 30-second mark, but a dig from JKS.
Corner. And Kenny's going to just have to hit some heads. He hanks for them, and it's just the first. He's able to fall back. He's got to put his weapon back together. And he will. It's a good time flashbang, but he knows the magazine's low. Now he's got the knife out. It's a stab onto Issa. Oh my God. And the headshot onto Volda. Hunter's going to help him out from pit, so Alexi B is all alone in a 1 versus 5. Nobody gets out from porch. Nobody gets footing close to that site. And it all goes around Kenny S.
Wow. Alexi, the 1-on-3, you'd think he's got no chance. 1 player back default, 1 in the pit. It's one of the most dangerous crossfires, even when you have 5 alive. Saw he struggled in that situation. Headshot through the wall. Alexi's out of the round. What a round from Kenny S, though.
He's getting back around ramp. He needs clean kills, and he takes down Kenny. Follows up onto Hunter. Wow. 3 frags from him.
Let's see if they can get out mid. Again, smoke spam. Great timing coming out of the CTs. OG throwing Alexi B forward, only able to grab another kill, but he's done such a great job.
Oh, what?
Nexa robs it back. 3 kills, but here comes Volda on the flank, hot on the heels of the mid play. 2v2, and he dodges the op. Kenny sprints into the B site.
Yeah?
Yeah, wants to get some exits here.
Ruin the ratio. Oh my God.
He's gonna get them both.
Oh, Kenny's gonna die to the bomb. So he's got to come out with a wicked Kenny peek, and it's just gonna feed Volda.
I mean, we say Mantu shouldn't get all 3, but Mantu also had 100 HP. And the door's open. Emanek's gonna rush it.
Whoa, his teammate
it's not
there.
planted.
Oh,
3 seconds.
Cover that. There's no way.
Emanek robs the round.
Close the door. Has to form a miracle to be able to win that.
Oh,
Once
but
again, running into the blender versus Fur, Hunter, top of the hut.
Finally.
Oh, good trade comes out, but Nexa looks to pick up the pieces. 2 up versus 1. Alexi only Mac 10 in hand. Better guns all over the place if he can find them. Don't know how close though. And
quite...
Kenny is now moving in
Ooh,
for the kill. Interesting though to make it a 1v1. He drops off,
Predicts
and Alexi, he loves to take this fight. We saw how patient he was in this moment. Jax pops up behind him.
Given the chance to, just slightly.
You know, Kenny, he might try to end this round early. Yeah, he's going up through the window.
He just has to
Bomb's
hide.
not planted just yet. Liaz just wants to stay alive, and Kenny will commit. Bomb goes down in time. He's got the op.
All he needs, that one shot. Kenny, he goes high.
Up top.
And so there we have it. Vitality bringing back a semblance of what, sanity to this tournament, in the sense that now you have teams winning their map picks. We were starting to get a little, starting to get a little crazy there, where maps are trading and just going back and forth, or teams are getting beaten 2-0. But no, Vitality have put their foot down. They said Nuke is our turf, and they definitely showed up to play. That looked very solid on their part. So the Frenchmen are here. Doran, what happened with the Swedes?
I mean, I said it in the pre-game. Listen, if the best player in the server, Ziwu, is going to turn up, and he has in almost every game this tournament, he definitely did this time, we've got to at least, to get Fnatic on the board, have Roland performing well. He doesn't have to perform as well as Ziwu. Normally, actually, he doesn't get the help of Shox and Mastua in the way that they did in this game, but in this particular match, not only did Fnatic get out fragged, Ziwu was levels above Roland. Roland was just okay in this game. I mean, you remember, when you're a young player like that, it normally does take years to gradually climb the ladder. Ziwu is an alien in that sense that he just came in And I mean, that's why people always point out that he was like born on the day that Counter-Strike was released. Like, the guy just feels like he's supposed to be a top player in the game. So I almost think you could not have wanted anything more from Vitality. You even had Shoxy winning the clutches. Everything was awesome on the T side. Even the players who looked like they weren't doing anything, like Apex right at the end there, basically sealed the game with that ridiculous kill out of the secret there. We just got the 3 people pushing in on him. So right at the moment when Fnatic was looking like they were going to start to get dangerous and maybe threaten the end of the map, game was over, and then this guy, as usual, gets the MVP.
As usual,
Yeah,
right?
This was the
And
play
Maniac,
right
I think-
here. That could have been a very different game if he wins that.
These are just some of the shots here from ZywOo, of which he got 31 of them. So, I mean, he just showed up, as you said. But Maniac, we have a clip here that you wanted to run through to highlight something from the match.
Yeah, I do. You know me, you know my clips. I love to work with them. It's just, it's a T-side round from Vitality, and just look at how it happened so fast. This is going to be the tail of this round. Round number 8, just headshots left and right. That's a full buy round for Fnatic. Look at this M4, AKs, AWPs, and each one of them, they just have a millisecond to live. Anytime they see a Vitality player, they just get completely wrecked. So not only was Vitality completely aim-wise on point, and everyone was clicking at the beginning of that second half, everything was just rolling for them. This is a dream scenario. This is a full buy round versus a completely set up defense, and somehow you just get away with murder. You just get away, you shoot it right in the face. And it's not only about aim, it's also about tactic on the CT side. Look at this. Apex faking the noise, going down the vent very, very loudly, just to make sure that Fnatic will try and chase them. Misuta on position, he's just waiting, and there you have it. There you have it. They have predicted it. The kills come through. Everyone is ready for that dot push. Molotovs go down. The trap is in place, and there you have it. Round number 15 on the board. So for Vitality, this was a very complete performance. They had the aim for them, and they had the tactics for them.
What was particularly painful is that Crims was ready for that situation as well. It's just, that surprise moment, and you get screwed. So that's Nuke, and that was Vitality, everything showing up on their map, comfortable, looking good. Now let's talk about Inferno. We have a little bit of time to break into this map and start looking at it a little bit here and trying to see where this is going to go. Because Fnatic, this is going to be their map pick. So Thorin, what do you think is going to be the game plan here for Fnatic to turn things around? How do you shut down ZywOo? You kind of touched on that earlier in the pregame, that ZywOo isn't as powerful on Inferno.
I mean, it's just a way harder map to make it work. Like, obviously, people can mess with your rotations. They can go to the other side and avoid you. If you get a kill early on, they just pull back, make you waste all the utility. So I feel as though this is just naturally a map where there's not a lot of AWPers that really can make it work on both sides of this map. You actually see the most famous example ever, Device, when he was the best AWP in the world, used an AK on the T side of this map. So, I mean, that says it all, right? So I think the interesting thing for me on this one is Vitality has shown glimpses of being good on this map, but this is where I'm going to really see if this is the same Vitality as last year when they had Shoxy, and admittedly they started Alex, because when Shox was an entry on this map last year, he was god-awful. He was a really bad player. But in the same way as we're seeing this renaissance now in his overall game, I want to see on this particular map, because that was another thing on Nuke that looked awesome. The entries were really, really sick. Remember, ZywOo, aside from when he takes an AWP duel, is not going to be the primary entry. It's going to be someone like Shox, sometimes Apex. Even Masuta was actually doing good work there. That's another thing. If you look at the hierarchy of fragging, if you're going to have ZywOo as the best player in the whole tournament, Shox contribute with clutches and frags, and Masuta only has to be the third best player on the team, and then you've got RPK playing the crap spots and Apex the IGL. What more do you want? That's basically the blueprint to have the best Vitality you can have.
And so Maniac, now, this is going to be, the moment to look at this next map for Fnatic. I mean, tournament life on the line at this point. We're in the brackets, we're in the playoffs. This is it.
Yeah, we are, and I mean, I can take you guys back in their history books a little bit with Fnatic and Inferno, and I think the T side is going to be the key. And because Golden is here, because Flush is here, they used to be one of the best teams out there on Inferno, and I do believe they still have that philosophy. They have this very uncanny ability to both take banana control and teammate control. And as a CT, you never know how many players are here. All you're going to see is maybe a smoke, a Molotov, a flash, but one round there will be 3 banana, and one round there will be only 1. So this is like the blueprint, as Duncan was saying, this is a blueprint for success for Fnatic, is their ability on the T side to put complete mystery as to what they are going to do. That was their recipe for success for a long time, and they can still run that style, and it is still very hard to play against.
And that's the thing, it's going to be very difficult to run it back that far. But we do all have the nightmares of both of these teams dominating, or at least some of these players dominating on this map of Inferno. And so Inferno is going to be the second map in this series. It is going to be Fnatic with their backs to the wall. They have to win on their pick to take this to a third map. And I think we all want to see a third map between these two teams, especially if they're going to be playing this well. And so on that note, I think it's time to hand it over to our commentators, Anders and Moses, so that they can get us into the action. Or after a break.
All the while, we have a player walking up, and now he takes that kill. The question is, can he land another? Flamey, there he is, straight in front of the crosshair on the edge of the smoke, and he's gonna work closer. No kid, the spam is his! He's gonna walk right through this, and it's gonna be an easy two-piece, because he knows the scope is there. How about another?
He's got an ace, man. That's an easy kill right there. Vitality are starting to clear things out, so if timing is correct, yeah, they have an opportunity. Alex, he'll end up dying. Perfecto gets the first kill of the round.
Yep, too many players to handle. They all come at him at the very same moment. RPK meant to be slain, but he connects three! USP taps, and ZywOo only gonna get one more. Still, Perfecto in a 1 versus 3 clutch. Yes. They're gonna start sprinting, and if he doesn't pull that trigger, he's got all three! He sprays down the back two of the caboose and can't finish it, but my goodness, has he primed his team. But Flamey is his kryptonite again. RPK takes three!
Just do that! Magus gets blind, and there's a chance. Zipnik falls in mid, but a double. 3 kills for Dupree, and a 4th on top. 5-0.
Close to middle, they know they are on catwalk. They're going to take the fight right away, and Config will land a parting headshot, taking down Device and Megan, and he'll follow it up, taking down Dupree. That's 3. That's a whole arm of the attack gone, and the follow-up is amazing. A quad. Just knowing that, because they know what Device is. He's been there all along, so that's amazing. Smoke goes up, and Dupree just trying to buy time. Device, he's making his way into middle, but he can't even just rush it. They don't know if someone's in there waiting for him with a rifle, so he can't just book it there immediately. Dupree has somehow wrapped around them with the Deagle, and he's tapping away and taking down Poison. And here comes Device with an M4 instead. I can't believe that Astralis are back in this in a 2-on-1 now. Oboe alone, he's got 30 seconds, and he's picked up a Galil there. Not really sure that makes a big difference right now. I think that bomb plan is going to be what's really tricky. And he goes straight for it. Dupree almost catching him in the middle of it, but that at least gives him a little bit of space. He gets that headshot immediately. That's very quick. And now does he know? Device pretty much can only be at this angle. He's out in the open, so if he doesn't win this fight immediately, Device will take him down, but Obo will do it! That's a triple kill. A little smile at the end. Complexity, 2-on-2. They have a slight health advantage, but against these weapons for Astralis, it might not matter. Magus, he had the health for it, but now he's been taken out, and Sip just trying to buy time, flank it around, Blame is hunting him down, and he turns for it. Immediate defuse. He's right there with the kid. Oh my god, I can't believe it. 16 and 12. Complexity taking down Astralis 2.
Apex, a solid win there on Nuke of your pick. I just wanted to get into the fact that you had such a great first half, and then we saw Fnatic on their T side start to make a bit of a run in it. What did you say at that point? Because it started to look like it might get a bit scary, but then you guys took full control. And also just going into Inferno, how confident are you feeling? Because it's not a bad map for you guys, it's their pick, and you guys seem to be very confident right now.
Well, yeah, Fnatic started to come back, but we just said that I mean, the first buy run, we threw it kinda because we had advantage situation and we just played pretty bad. So we just said that we had to block GW on door because he was going out door all the time, and that we have to play our run perfectly just to play together and just, yeah, taking care of our advantage. And yeah, that's what we did, and the end was pretty good.
Well, here we go, Jason. Second map going to be coming up. That's on Inferno between Vitality and Fnatic. That That was a real cool performance from Vitality. That actually just made me happy to watch. Even if I didn't predict them, I still thought that was amazing.
Yeah, these last 2 days of Vitality have looked good with the Shock's resurgence and obviously ZywOo playing well. It's always fun when we see ZywOo play well. Now on Inferno, probably a bit more of a test. I think Fnatic's going to be way more comfortable on this map. But again, another map where ZywOo, starting on the CT side, can actually establish dominance very early in this game if he shows up on fire the way he was on Nuke.
Yeah, I agree fully. And I mean, Shox obviously could be doing a lot here. If just between the two of them, they're going to be having a good game. I mean, there are some people that were missing from the Fnatic side. I think Roland had a couple of good sort of moments, but not, I think, anywhere near the top of what we could see. And it feels like, some of the breakout rounds there for Fnatic were mostly centered around individual performances. We had Flusher outside when he pushed. We had, some golden rounds where he got some good headshots, but it was all like very sort of individually based and not strung together quite enough. So you actually said at the end of that map that, it was like, was it like 16-10 or 16-11 or something? But it actually looked way more one-sided than that. I tend to agree. Fnatic could have got wiped out way earlier than they did. So they're gonna have to really step it up here.
The first half was actually so ridiculous from Vitality on Nuke, where we just saw them absolutely run over Fnatic. The shots that were coming out from the Vitality guys wasn't even letting the Fnatic players get back in or actually even in any gunfights. It was just immediate headshot after immediate headshot. So if that level comes out again on the CT side of Inferno, Fnatic's in for a very rough map. And we'll just see. We'll have to see if they can actually stand up to it because, I mean, the cool thing about this is Vitality's map pick of Nuke has them starting on the more difficult, the T side. They handled it just fine. Fnatic now on Inferno, again, starting out on the more difficult T side. Let's see how they handle it.
Yeah, we're going to have to find that out right about, soon anyway. We're just waiting, I think, for the last guy to get on soon-ish, yeah. Just on the server. And then we should be good to go in not too much longer. Can you believe that there was a point in time where Fnatic wanted to give, or did, in fact, give Golden away? Like, every time I see him do something crazy, it's just in the back of my mind, like, man, they actually sent him packing, and I tweeted at the time, I thought that was going to be, like, I think I said something like one of the biggest mistakes of Swedish Counter-Strike, or something like that, and then obviously they went with it, and now he's back again, and I think it's great that they actually realize, because I could have seen a world in which some of the core here, like Flusher and JW and Crims maybe even at the time, would have been quite stubborn to say, you know what, like, we're not going to admit that we were wrong, we're just going to say, no, we made the, I actually think it takes something to say, actually, we might have screwed that up, like, let's bring him back, and the fact that they did that was great. So I think that's just a cool little story within the Fnatic team. Yeah, what a great gift he is to the Swedish scene.
I think it's very difficult to look back on that and be like impartial about it because, like, yeah, I'm with you. And even at the time, I think I was also one of the guys who was a little vocal, probably not crazy vocal about how I thought it was a mistake. I think more so about just how ridiculous the situation was. But even back then when the switch happened initially and then Golden left the team, he wasn't fragging the way that he is now.
No,
like he wasn't the same player on an individual level. So when he comes back in and we see him getting, that near clutch that he had on Nuke and he's doing shots like that, and we've seen him lead maps as a fragger and stuff for Fnatic. That wasn't happening back then. So it's easy to do it looking back.
But I'll tell you what,
that's a bit unfair.
I'll tell you what, the reason why I was so vocal about it back then was, look at the Swedish Counter-Strike scene, and who do they have that is actually an in-game leader these days?
Yeah, the Swedish scene has a very difficult relationship with in-game leaders. Even exists as the in-game leader of Dig right now and the old NIP team. I've never felt like exists like while he's a good in-game leader, a serviceable in-game leader. He wasn't like one of he's not the traditional in-game leader at the very least. I never felt like NIP ever had any like super in-depth tactics. Equally, Fnatic never really liked to run these super detailed strategies. It was always based off playing off of your teammates and having some crazy level of cohesion between players, not some great concept of how to win the round.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I think that's, you know, like that's a problem that's actually to a large extent still present in the Swedish Counter-Strike scene for whatever reason. But that was where what hinged it for me. I was like, you know what, you're giving away maybe the only person that's actually out there in the Swedish scene that has proven himself to be a good in-game leader. That was all the way back then. The fact that he's now fragging on top of it just, I mean, again, makes him an incredible resource. So let's hope that that's the kind of golden we're going to see in this game, because as it were, Fnatic do kind of need that. They need Brolin as well, and they need to win this map so we can get onto map number 3. I like this game so far. JW moved all the way up to the top of Banana, so the game is live, ladies and gentlemen. Vitality going to be fending on that CT side, and it's just Apex with 4 over at the A bomb side. It's another classic setup for a pistol round.
It's the old gamble. Which bomb site are they going to go to? And unfortunately, Vitality have chosen wrong. So much like the that guy from Indiana Jones, this actually I don't even know where I'm going to go with that. You can't really say Vitality's just going to shrivel into a little skeleton, but that might be exactly what happens.
Wow, that got dark. Great movie though. Double nade.
You know what I meant.
I know exactly
what you meant. What I meant.
Yeah. JW goes down. That's Apex finding it through the smoke, and he is getting wrapped on. Have to be careful here. If they want a chance at a retake, it's going to have to be a 5-on-4, so don't want to get picked up too early. Saibu was a little bit late to the party. He was waiting to see if anyone was rotating through middle, but nobody was. And now they're going to go. Masuta taking down Brolan, and the retake is on. 3 versus 5. Crims coming in from Banana at the moment. A lot of damage. Another headshot. They're getting overwhelmed. This retake is working wonderfully. It's Crims smoked out. There's 3 people, 4 people on the other side, and he can't find anything. He's going to find 1 headshot. It's not enough. That bomb's still being defused. 2 seconds left. Another headshot. Still defused, and he had no idea. He kept picking off people thinking that was the defuser, and it just wasn't. What a trick.
It's unfortunate for Crims considering his team let him down. That retake is just so... this is obviously great. That almost has to happen to make this round doable. But look at these kills. This is not, like, we're going to say great retake, but Vitality didn't actually do anything super crazy except, again, much like Nuke, hit headshots. Every fight they took, immediate kill comes in. And it's not like they had perfect utility placement to force awkward fights. It was just banging people out and taking scalps.
That actually was Crims playing almost like a live, non-turn-based version of Battleships. It's like, did I hit? Yes, that was a hit. Another one? Yep, it's another hit. And all the while, the round is just
You haven't
slipping out
sunk any of the battleships.
No, just that little stupid boat that's always there. That's like, 2 squares long.
The little 2-peg boat. Yep.
The little 2-peg boat.
Well, we're officially old. I don't think anyone knows what battleships is anymore. I don't even know if they still make it.
Very doubtful, yeah. That was like a 1930s kind of thing, wasn't it? Masuta, close with the UMP. I don't know. We're not that old, kids. Calm down. Golden. Oh, he wanted to get out of the fire. But that did not work out. Saiwu, I can't believe he actually gets that kill and makes it back around the corner. He should probably be dead.
And the flashbang to delay things. Masuta's going to get put into play. That's a risky push, but a brilliant spray transfer. Crims going to plant the bomb. There's a smoke down at the choke point. He's got another one to follow it up, but there's one coming spawn, and there's one coming from Banana. Here we go, 1 versus 2.
Yeah, smoke might actually give him a bit of space to maybe fight them one at a time. Nice spray at the edge, and almost continuing, but it will be Apex to win the round. Gonna go look for a bit extra. He has got a kit, so
an
I guess
AK-47, I think he'd like. Maybe an upgrade pistol.
Okay, that's a little bit greedy, but fair enough. I would just probably elect to defuse the bomb, but whatever. It was all fine. Oh yeah, that was the beginning Molotov. That it's not great. Again, he was so low on health. They swing that. What makes that really risky for Masuta is actually that there's a pretty big delay between Saibu going down and Masuta making that play. Like, it wasn't that it was happening at the same time. It was like he died and then it was like 1, 2, and then he went for it. I was like, all right. That's bold.
And I mean that's a pretty popular swing, obviously. So T sides usually adjust very quickly. I think Vitality's going to run into an issue here. I don't think. Oh my God, that's not fair. That's not fair at all. Although JW just getting a taste of his own medicine. He's delivered those kills a couple of times. And Vitality gets lured into a deeper push. Golden's just gonna hide. And Apex, that's your greed coming back to haunt you. Trying to pull out the CZ, but it just takes so long. RPK is just stands in the open to pull out a grenade. This is a wild round. And Vitality, I don't think they ever expected another buy coming in from Fnatic.
JW typed in the chat, nice shot, I guess. Oh, man. That's heartbreaking. Misuta jumping up here into the graveyard, and oh, he's about to be found, and he's flashed as well. Some good pre-fire there, hoping to get him through the door, but he's in a lot of trouble, and he does not have a kit, so I don't know if there's one on the ground. I doubt it. No, they all died in the middle, so there definitely isn't. He goes down to Crims, and Fnatic will win the round. 1-2.
I admire the attempt, the running and jumping everywhere, jumping into the bomb site to get out of the way. Okay, this is what I don't want to see. Let's go back to Nuke. Let's rewind this to the previous map, a similar situation for Vitality. They decided to force buy when they could save and get an op out quicker. Let's hope and pray that they save their money this round. But mother of God, I'm gonna lose my mind.
They just keep going. They don't want to play your brand of Counter-Strike, Jason.
They could have had the off in the next round. They could have had it with rifles. Zywoo's lucky to be alive again. Better pass that M4 off.
I mean, again, they just had a round stolen, so maybe they're feeling vengeful. Like, you know what? If we just bring it back, it's like that never happened. It's like, yeah, that's true, but if you lose the next round, then then you've given them a really good path back in the game. Always got to look at that other side of it, don't you?
I don't know. I feel like it's like that day in school where you just cover a subject and your teacher says, okay, tomorrow we're gonna have a pop quiz on this, and you show up and you forget about the pop quiz and then you fail it, and it's just like, how's this how you're just dumbfounded. You were even told you were gonna have a pop quiz. Yeah. You were told all the answers.
Everyone knew. I actually, yeah, well, that is the history of how I went to school as well, so. Much like with our casting schedule, Jason, I just tended to ask my classmates, what are we doing next week? And then someone would tell me.
Yeah, you do. Every day.
Well, they fell right into that hole that we tried to warn them, but they weren't interested.
Well, the tough part is, like, even the next round, now they're not going to have that AWP and Zywoo for the next buy round. So if Fnatic win that, I mean, that's a solid T-side that just builds off that one decision. This round right here, you could be sitting with the same exact scoreline you have right now, and have rifles, and have an AWP ready to go, and all the utility. So Vitality making this a bit more difficult on themselves in the early stages. And, I mean, if Fnatic just rattle off, like, the next 2-3 rounds, as we see frequently, T-sides are able to stretch, you know, to a 5-round win streak while the CT losing bonus builds up, then I mean, that's a great start to this map for them.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And they're being a bit careful. Leading with the MAC-10. A little bit of a catch there. He does get dinked from a range. But again, all they've lost is the MAC-10, and I mean, they realized Shox was in there. They could probably guess it was a boost, so they know at most there could be 2 people on this side. Quick maths for everyone at home, and that's what Fnatic were doing as well. As long as you can, you know, add 2 to 3 or maybe 1 to 4, you could do some Counter-Strike math. It's real easy.
Okay. All right, flush him. Gonna go on a hunt. He's got a headshot. He's been dinked as well. He's being hunted himself. And he's gonna get shut down by Zywoo. That's an AK-47 given up, or excuse me, an M4 given up by Zywoo. That's an AK-47 given up, and Vitality's finding some really cool toys right at the end of this round. That will help them massively. So that's going to be some extra utility that they wouldn't have had in the next round, and that's going to be some money saved up on players like Apex and, more importantly, Zywoo, who can build up bank to have an op sooner rather than later.
Yeah, now it's starting to get, I mean, just too expensive. I don't think they needed to really encounter that at all, Fnatic. So losing too many rifles, even winning the round, definitely an issue. Vitality are going to be back. It's just how this game is unfolded, but you have to point out again, it's ZywOo without the AWP. And we just had evidence on Nuke of how powerful it was once they picked it up on the CT side. And it's been postponed because of the early turbulence here.
Let's see how it goes. RPK and Masuta to hold on to lane side. Shox joined by ZywOo to hold rap side. And Fnatic looks like they're about primed in position between Crimson and Brolin. Now, this is a tough spot for Crimson Brolin to be in. Remember, this is pop flashed and peeked quite frequently from the defense. So actually, for those two players on Fnatic, that's a bit of a tense area to just sit and wait in while the rest of your team moves up to get into position.
Oh, they look like they want to go for it. Flusher's just throwing a grenade over at the B-bomb side just to sort of keep anyone there. But it's only one person. There's 4 people on this side and 3 people towards the pit side. So that's really powerful. Great headshot. And that's really going to slow them down in the middle as well. The crossfire has been established and they are so dead. Golden goes down last, but only losing Masuta. That's when you go through that round and that setup, that's how you wanted to play out. But it's rarely going to work that effectively.
No, I mean, listen, they also get a little bit lucky. This kill right here from RPK, he almost picks the exact worst time. I think he was going to try and move closer in lane towards quad to help Masuta go for a flash and double peek into mid, and it just so happens he gets a bit lucky with the recoil upon landing and takes out Crims first. But that could have gone horribly wrong. 3-3, and now we have an AWP, although, oddly enough, it's in the hands of Shox and not ZywOo.
Apex taking some damage already. Yeah, Shox maybe not the most... I guess that's just his position at the moment, that they wanted at Arch more than anything else. Some of my favorite Shox AWPing ever in the history of Counter-Strike has to be on Dust 2 when he would run up the middle on the CT side to AWP people at top mid. Or outside long even. That was spectacular.
Yeah, that doesn't really happen anymore, does it? I don't think anyone... Nobody takes those AWP battles these days.
That's why it's time. Oh, this
flash
fight.
peek towards top banana.
That's huge. Big
Take it away.
double. Well, smoke goes up, so the fight's cancelled just as we're getting going with all of the hype. Crims has now got an AWP that he's trying to fire through the smoke, but not going to be successful. That was a cool setup. That's something that is a basic setup that anyone can do. You and your friends in a matchmaking game, you could definitely set that up. You've got the coordination for it. And really often we see pro teams forget all about it and just never do it. And it's always a huge source of frustration for me, at least, when you don't see at least the attempt.
It's coming back, though. It's coming back in style. Nice flash. Shox is going to peek with it. I actually don't think it blinded Flusha at all. Might have held Brolin back, but 20 seconds with that AWP, and he might just want to back away and try and save this weapon. And, ooh, okay, that's pretty cool. Tosses the AWP out of the map. 4-3.
Yeah, they might have even heard. I don't know. They didn't even go looking for the AWP. Look at this smooth setup. That catches every single one. Yeah, that last kill for Brolin is actually kind of important. Again, that's the difference between Vitality making money or losing money. So, yeah, they have to rebuy a lot of stuff in this round. RPK charging in. Well, a flash from a... There was a little bit of a flash from a teammate. That was Shox throwing it over the wall. Good job.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's now 3 kills. Oh, dear. That's awkward. That's awkward as hell. Fnatic can pop flash too. Nice job from Flusha and Golden. And ZywOo was not in position to deal with that loss of his teammate. So there is no defense here. Gonna go for the spam. Oh, right through the smoke. That's brutal. And Golden is brought down as well.
Oh my.
ZywOo's recovered with the help of Shox through the smoke. It's a 4-on-2 post plant.
He almost took down JW just with the blind spray through. That is so uncomfortable for the Fnatic side. They actually look like they had this round just getting that first kill at B, but now I'm not so sure anymore. JW hiding inside. They're all trading places, and they'll trade kills as well. Brolin now 1 versus 3, and he's locked out. He's going to have to try and do what Crims did earlier, just with even more success. There's the spam through. It's not connecting. He thinks that might have been it, but it's not, and Vitality will pick up the round. Man, again, the similar situation. You see that kill coming out, and you think that's it? No more defusing?
Yeah, that's tough to deal with. That's such a nice win for Flush. Unfortunately, just can't build anything. A little bit lucky. Oh, lucky and skill. Shock sees the tracers coming through, and obviously the nade spam combo from ZywOo is massive. A good recovery for Vitality. They're up by 2 rounds, and still the op in Shock's hands towards middle instead of the B bomb side. And I'm wondering if maybe they're not putting it in ZywOo's hands on the CT side because they are being a bit more aggressive towards top banana. They want to go for some of those pop flash peaks. They want to go for that late or mid-round control. And so they want ZywOo to have the rifle to be a little bit more, bit more aggressive.
That could well be it. Shocks in the middle of C. Oh, just at the right time. Looked like they were going to go for it. Gonna Molotov it off instead, and that will force them back for the minute. Nice peek there for Masuta. He was just swung wide enough to catch him at a favorable angle. I think the key right now, surely for Vitality, is not losing too many players. Flash through the smoke. Oh, and that's an execution-style kill coming in, taking down ZywOo. It's going to be another bomb plant. Apex again picking up a kill, but and they're still lethal, Fnatic.
Indeed they are, although the benefit of that pop flash with the smoke, ZywOo in a position where he just eats the flashbang full strength. Apex with 8 health can lead the way, can be the bait for his team. And here they come. JW sitting on coffins, and look at Crims. He's flanking, but I don't think it's going to be fast enough. He's got to turn in right now. Bomb's not planted for him at all. So now the defuse comes in no matter what happens in this battle. The best thing Crims can do is get this up for the next round, but not even that. 6-3 as the defense holds strong.
No scoped as well by Shocks. That was some clever play by Shocks. Just, I mean, you're right. Even then, the bomb was far away, but just making sure that there was absolutely 0 chance here. Yeah, the timing here with the flashbang coming through is amazing, and this is such a good kill, but they can't actually find the rounds here. 6-3, Crims not excited about that. They can buy again, Fnatic, though, and I think that's the big takeaway. And the money's not that great for Vitality either.
No, I mean, Fnatic has at least done a good job of keeping the money low. In fact, they've had a couple of rounds where they've had them on, you know, that reset verge. Here again, I mean, at this point, still having to win 2 rounds in a row for Fnatic, but that's not entirely out of the realm of possibility. They've been getting into the bomb site. They've been getting plants on the pistol and the second round, now in the last 2 rounds as well. So they put themselves in good positions, but ZywOo still continues to be a beast with this rifle at top banana. He's been so good. And Masuta equally at mid. This time, he couldn't pick his target, couldn't finish the first one off.
But they kind of played their card here, Fnatic. They need to follow through and try and push this before more backup shows up. RBK in the pit, ready and waiting. He sees a free kill there and a team kill. Brolin taking down Gold, and that's not what they needed. This grenade, I think, might just finish off Brolin. Oh, it's going to be ZywOo just before, but the grenade would have done it as well. Now it's a one-on-one. ZywOo versus JW, 45 seconds. And the bomb is going to be planted here. ZywOo letting him snip back around the corner. He's not quite sure. He's looking the other way.
Did he crash?
No, surely not. He might. No, he's back again. Just took a breather. Well, he has got a Molotov, so if he could put that down in the right position, that will make all of the difference in the world. If it's up here, then JW can't go through. He's already low on health. Gonna tap the bomb once, goes for a little bit of a... Oh, and he goes down. He didn't see it at all, and without the X-ray, you could tell how difficult that is. Now he's gonna go and steal the AWP, and it's a 7th round for Vitality. Some close rounds.
I'm really interested to know what ZywOo was doing before winning that clutch. Just staring into Rap side. I couldn't tell if he maybe thought there was a second player still alive or if he was just turned for a pop flash through that smoke. A bit risky. JW known to take peeks in those scenarios. Nice round for Vitality. It's pretty difficult. You could see where the bomb is planted, which isn't even close to any kind of a standard plant position. Even like your second and third options aren't located in that spot. So JW a little bit tough to know how to play that scenario perfectly correct. 7-3 in the favor of Vitality, but still comes down to just one player alive. Fnatic just cannot finish them off.
No, that's really become an issue, and well, the odds reflect as much. Even more now favored towards the French side to win the whole series here. It is looking that way. They already had the first map. The second map is going pretty good. Again, the only thing that we can sort of keep highlighting here is the money for Vitality is not that great. Bit more
Well, we know how that goes. If you can't eventually get that reset, if you can't eventually get that break. Another opportunity in round 11, but that's an ambitious peek from Crims. RPK watching for it from Quad as well. Back to the B-bomb site we go for Fnatic. Bomb is coming up in third. Molotov down in the choke point. Oh, but put out. Smoke put out by Vitality themselves.
Look at Apex on top of the box. Another free kill. He's going to go for more, and he'll land the headshot on Flusher. I don't mind the attempt here for Fnatic, but yeah, they needed a much cleaner entry. And Cyber even just deathmatching at the end to pick up another 2 kills. He is continuing his ridiculous scoreline from Nuke. Now he's at 14-5. That's without even the AWP. And now money's fallen a bit short here for Fnatic. I don't know if they just want to force it anyway, but that's a flawless round for Vitality.
Fnatic's running into an issue that they've run into for a while, where if they're not having players like on point and kind of in finding opening kills, part of the strength of Fnatic's offense is usually their ability to exploit rotations, to find gaps in the defense, to be a little bit creative on an individual level. But if you're not ever finding kills, if you're not ever finding picks, it's very difficult to do those things. And especially against a ZywOo playing like this, a defense playing like this, it's near impossible. And I think as soon as we see Fnatic start to win some of the opening battles, some of the early fights, we'll see them have a better T side. There's not a whole lot of time left, but the problem is Vitality's doing a great job of being the aggressors, of initiating the contact, whether it's a pop flash peek at top banana, whether it's the pop flash peek in alt mid, whether it's the pushes down mid, whether it's the peeks towards alt mid. There's a variety of different ways that Vitality is pulling out to neutralize Fnatic's early round.
Clean kill for Shocks down the middle on that T-ramp to take down JW. ZywOo's over on this side, alone for the minute, but Apex is coming in hot with his own AK-47. And they're going to try and get there before he actually moves the corner. He's sort of looking the right direction. No smoke for the cross, and they just fight him and win with pistols at range. That's interesting.
Yeah, he got caught in an awkward spray that he really didn't want. ZywOo's going to play this passive. There's no smoke on Fnatic. Once this clears, they're going to be in trouble. Good shot from Brol, and again, Masuta falling into the same trap that Apex did. And all of ZywOo's support has been taken down, but he's still holding strong. RPK caught between 2 players. ZywOo's going to have to do everything here, and he's good for it. Double kills so far, and Golden at low HP.
Yeah, and the Golden Flusher flanking in from behind, so Golden going down is a disaster. They don't actually know where Flusher is. That could be a bit weird. Smoking it up and tapping the bomb. He has no chance to see Flusher coming in from this side. He should have this one, even at low health. He's just ice cold waiting. Tap is in again, and there's the round. Oh god, that was how that look was supposed to work out. Big win here for Fnatic.
It's very, very lazy rotations, though. First, Apex getting caught in the open. Yes. I think they're all turning the corner for some reason, expecting there to be a smoke in that choke point. And remember, ZywOo is playing that passively, so I don't know if the communication came that there was no smoke there, but everyone's kind of expecting that standard smoke to be in place and getting caught in really weird fights. However, playtime's over. ZywOo with the op, Shocks with the op as well.
Chance there, a lot of damage on the Flusher. That was through the wall, so. But also ZywOo gets dropped quite low himself. And remember that Vitality just had that one flawless round, and that's why they can even buy here. If that hadn't happened, they would have been out of money based on this last Fnatic win, so. Just a small detail that actually ends up making a pretty big difference. Shox close to the middle with the AWP, and that is a missed opportunity. And now they're all weirdly grouped up in the apartments. Apex is alone inside of the site. They're going to get back in time, but that could have been dangerous. Oh, and JW, that surely is going to clear the way for that B split.
Holy, I can't believe that Vitality has the confidence in ZywOo to leave him here on his own for 8 HP. We know he's good, but this is... you better not make a single mistake. And now you're getting pinched, and now you're stuck. Good first kill. Good to even get that. Round lost, and Vitality have to save.
Towers through the smoke. Did he jump? Maybe we'll never find out. Regardless, that's a 5th round for Fnatic, and they can keep building. I mean, these 2 rifles here on Shox and on RPK, that's what they're going to have. So it took them a long time to build to this moment on the Swedish side, but now that they're here, they can actually finally start to make something back. And I mean, 5 rounds, given how this all started, that's already a good start. Could be 6.
Could be 7 even. I mean, Vitality again is going to be put back in the doldrums, so it'll be interesting. Their decision about what to buy, if anything, around the AWP and this M4 and RPK, that's going to be the interesting decision. They have a 1-round losing bonus, so they get an extra $1,900, and that's it. Good job from Fnatic, showing some resilience.
Up on Shox. RPK with the M4. If they could steal this round away somehow, if they could find a, some swift kill with the AWP, that looks like they want to go for the same 3-man setup over at the apartments again. Maybe not quite, just Shox running that whole distance.
Oh, I hope he gets hyper aggressive. I hope he pushes forward and turns this corner. Why not? Take the risk. See what you can find. Nothing yet. No utility. So the other 3 players on Vitality, they save completely because they're going to need it for the next round. But at this point, either the AWP or the M4 has to start getting aggressive, and they miss their chance. Everyone from Fnatic is going to come over to this B bomb site, and they're going to find it free. So again, you'll have to just sit back. Shox and RPK are going to have to save and play passive. And Fnatic is going to get up to 6 with a chance for 7 in the final round of the half.
Which again, that actually would be, quite a cool turnaround. Proving, I think, once again, just the power of continuously fighting. That was Crims fighting Apex over on the other side. Speaking of which, Crims is at 13 kills. He's sort of leading the board right now for Fnatic. The rest of them are right. I mean, they're all grouped up in one big bunch there. So it's not like they haven't been doing a lot, Fnatic. They really have. They've just lost some of the critical rounds where, they get into the B bomb side, they get the bomb down, they just keep losing the after plant. But the persistence is paid off here. So let's see. Is it going to be 6 or 7 rounds for them at the end? That's the only question as we lead into round number 15.
Here we go. ZywOo has an AWP. That's passed over from Shox. And he'll get a rifle in return. Ooh, actually a double up setup is scavenged, is found. Well played from Vitality. Last round of the first half. And Vitality, if you missed it, were dominant on the first map of Nuke over Fnatic. 16-10 win. This would knock Fnatic out. This would close them out entirely. Double nade towards the B bomb site. Deals a bit of damage onto ZywOo as he retreats deep into the site.
Wow, Flusher could have been dead, and well, he will be. That's him deep in, and then they're not even close enough to the bomb site to really do anything.
I like that, though. I think that was a cool attempt from Fnatic to go for that, and it almost worked. It almost worked, and they're going to find... No, they're not! He recovers in time, JW. Swings with the deagle. RPK is here. He's picked off as well. Now it's just one player in pit. Apex has to time this perfectly, and Crims is watching.
That is ridiculous. Masuta giving up his position. He's going to go down as well. Oh, I have so many questions. Shox is playing that one amazing. I don't understand why RPK and Apex didn't try and either like flash for each other or anything like that. 7-8 at the end of the half here. SJW will take down Cyber. What a great run back. 4 rounds in a row at the end of the half for Fnatic to get to 7. Let's see if it's enough when we get into the second half. That's going to be coming up after the break.
Back with the CS Money Shot Style, where we talk skin style and everything Counter-Strike skins. Of course, it means we're back from Blast Premier. We've started the Showdown, and that means a new collection of skins for us to talk about. But not all of them are going to be new. A little revisit is needed, I think. So we bring in Shocks. We're going to go ahead and dive into your inventory today. So I'm going to start off with the gloves. Okay, I think the gloves are the start of all skin inventories. You see them all the time. The specialist gloves, crimson kimono, the black and red style. How long ago did you get those? Do you remember?
Actually, it's pretty new. I think I got them since maybe 2 or 3 months, no more. And I just decided to buy them because I wanted some gloves which are red to come up with my M9 bayonet crimson web. But since then, I just changed to a butterfly Doppler, but it's still a bit red, so that's fine.
Listen, you know, you've got your AK-47 Fire Serpent, you've got your M4A4 Asimov as well, some older rifle skins, and I respect that. Do you plan on changing out any of your rifles anytime soon?
Definitely not anytime soon, except if there is a collection that I'm like, oh yeah, that's so sweet, so cool, I want it, you know. But so far the new collection doesn't makes me really feel like I want new skins, you know. So I'm fine with them, just not because it's all, but just because in my opinion it's just the ones that I prefer, that's it.
Okay, so they did it well when the older skins came out, and you know what? I think that's Fire Serpent is going to be one of the best for a long time, personally.
Yeah,
listen,
definitely.
man. I want to close on what I found was very interesting about your collection, and that is something also sort of old that has come back into Counter-Strike as of late. That's the Tech-9 nuclear threat.
Yeah, talking about the skin, like I always loved the nuclear threat since it just arrived. It looks fresh, it looks new, it looks something that's cool, that not a lot of people got it, you know. So I actually got in my inventory as well the P250 nuclear threat, but I'm not playing with it at the moment.
Okay.
But I keep it in my inventory, you know.
Right, it's there in case you decide to make the switch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I respect that, man. All right, so this is our first CS Money Shot Style back in with Shocks. We got the update, the 2020 version, and I appreciate you stopping by to talk skins with us, man. Yeah, let's leave this one here, and when you go ahead and buy that new M4 or new AK, I'll be sure to bring you back on the show.
Sure.
Second half, second map, it's 8-7 in favor of Vitality, but it could have been so much more, and in some way it could have been way more for Fnatic as well. They had a bunch of bomb plants in the B bomb site where they lost the after plants. They kept fighting. Eventually, they broke that Vitality economy, and here we go.
Well, they got just enough to make this difficult for Vitality to close it out, especially on the T side. We'll see how this works. Very passive from Vitality at the start, looking for pushes, and they're going to get one. It's Brolin all the way up in halls, but I don't know if Shocks will expect that. This is a rare push, and he's quick to the shot. A quick reaction, and Brolin goes down.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is why we buy the P250 in pistol rounds. And that is... it's just beautiful, isn't it? It's extra satisfying because that that CT player is going to be all, happy about that USB and be like, yeah, come take the fight, I'm ready, and then boom, they're gone. Flusher and Golden, and now Crims. They actually see this coming. They've got the right rotation. They still need some kills, and all of the bullets so far have gone nowhere. Oh, Apex sneaking through and taking down Flusher. What a cheeky play. And now the bomb is going to be planted, and this will be a very, very rough retake. They've got no grenades. They just have to wait for the smokes to fade and then try and just lurk in some kills. But they're hard to find, Vitality. Look at how deeply they're dug in here. You have to swing into the bomb side to do this.
Yeah, and that's what makes this so powerful. Vitality's playing this just perfectly. There's no way you're going to be able to shoulder peek yourself into a kill to get the retake started. You're going to have to commit everything, and that's when the trap is sprung. Good shot from Crims, but there's the follow-up peek, and somehow he wins it all. That's unbelievable, but it still might not be enough, and indeed, it won't be.
Wow, that was beautiful from Crims. We're certainly going to have to see a replay of that at some point. That was some real artwork. Yeah, it was late, and they had already lost 2 players at that point in time, but this, I can't believe that he actually lives through this one. So well done. Had 2 bullets left when he got that kill on Apex. But a good return as well. Misuta with the double. And Vitality off to a 9-7 lead now. If they can survive this buy round that's coming up, they're going to get in a good position, and it helps with a headshot from Saibu's scout.
Yeah, that's a nice little pick we have going on there. Way to go for ZywOo. 5 on 4, and I mean, that's all important pick-off considering these second rounds have been so dangerous for teams. I don't know if it's like the online nature or teams are getting better at these rounds or maybe lazy at these rounds, but I feel like at least in this week of the Spring Showdown, those second rounds have been won at a far higher rate than I'm used to seeing. Or these second rounds, I should say, as this one's still in action. Some utility as well for Fnatic that they can deploy to delay. 3 smokes remaining.
Yeah, I'm having that same feeling. And again, usually I think if you just get that first kill, on the CT side, if you forced up, yeah, sometimes the T side they'll slow it down. They'll start to play even more worried, and it just spirals out of control a little bit.
Ooh. I like that from Brolin. He just throws that pop flash into Palace. He does it from Rap side. Fnatic is stacking at B, but he wants to give the sound cue as if there's more than just one player at this site. It's kind of going to work. They're going for a B split, but I think that's the last thing Fnatic really wanted to deal with. So they're going to go down, and Vitality's just going to head back to A.
Yeah, that's an interesting example of how you can fake out maybe a team. They do eventually turn around and come back for it, so it's going to be a 10th round here, but yeah, why not try something like that? Maybe it'll work, and they were kind of moving in the right direction. But yeah, they probably needed an early kill in this round, Fnatic, to really start to put the pressure on Vitality. Here's a question, though. The ridiculous pace that was being set by Vitality when they were on the T side of Nuke, do you think that's going to happen on Inferno as well?
It's very possible. I'm not sure.
Because they were just so quick, weren't they? I mean,
yeah, I don't. They might be able to do it at least to start. I don't know if they'll be able to continue it as well, just by nature. It's the same conversation as Nuke, right? As soon as those Molotov, as soon as those smokes come out into the choke points, you can't really keep up that pace.
18th round. Fnatic are fighting to stay in the tournament. They're not fighting with that much in this particular round. They have got 3 AG grenades. If you land them on the right spot, could be enough to blow up a team. So, see if they're going to be able to. Flusher leading the charge. He's got a smoke out in hand so far. Molotov as well. We're in front of the smoke, but first grenade doesn't really do that much. And Vitality are being pretty cautious early on here. They don't want to throw this away.
Yeah, they're being slow. And Golden is the only one at top mid, or top banana, excuse me. And now we're starting to see Vitality lead the way up banana. Apex with the MAC-10. Him and Masuta would probably be the aggressors. Masuta is turning into a lurk, but again, Fnatic has a solid read coming over to stack this bomb site, and this is where you'd hope if you're Vitality, this MAC-10 on Apex is going to do its job, or at least Apex himself will do his job. He's meant to get the information, a scouting machine. And I think that smoke is going to force him back, and Fnatic is stacking behind it, but Vitality's just going to readjust again. Same as last time. Brolin the only one here. This time, he's on the balcony, and the flashbang just works perfectly. He's forced away. Vitality's going to get up to 7 or 11.
Yeah, I mean, it does help so much finding those empty bomb sites. So yeah, they're not going to be too scared about what's going on here. Just a question of the afterplant and trying to make sure the MAC-10s maybe more than anything could get some kills if they're going to keep fighting here. Fnatic could net them some more money to work with. Boost is going to be denied. Cyrus sees it coming. And this will put them at 11-7. And then the real test comes in here for Fnatic if they can start to put up a real defense.
Right, I mean, Vitality's passed the first hurdle. Not only winning the pistol, but the ensuing 2 rounds as well. And on the T side of Inferno, that's massive. And they really, if you want to make this easier on yourself, you have that economic advantage. You need to add a couple more rounds on top of it. I'm interested to see how much of these, you have to think that they're going to upgrade some of these weapons. Maybe not the MAC-10s, but certainly Zywoo with that scout. And Fnatic didn't kill a single player on Vitality in either the second or the third round. So a lot of money, a lot of cash has built up in the bank for Vitality.
Yeah, definitely true. Ooh, the odds even more now, 5-1 nearly. Was a little bit lower earlier. So yeah, I mean, I don't really blame people for thinking this way. They hold on to the scout and the 2 MAC-10s, probably just thinking, yeah, it's fine, you know, as long as we do some damage in this round, even if we lose it, we're going to be back and buying in the next one, and we can keep the pressure going for a long time like that. They almost take down Crims, and that was one of the AKs. As they start to move towards top mid. Flashed around the corner. Apex keeps going. This is not a fight that's going to be favoring him at all, but oh no! Brolin, did he not have head armor? I think he got dinked immediately. The aim punch, that's a big problem, and now the bomb is going to be down in the A bomb side. They have to fall back.
I mean, I don't think they can even go for this retake. They do have a kit on Flusha, but JW's at 12 HP, and Flusha goes down now. That's the kit, and actually Golden and JW never even got close to coming for that retake. Dominant hit from Vitality. They're going to be up 5 rounds, 12-7, and that is exactly what they're looking for to close this series out in 2.
That's really outrageous. I mean, that was... The lack of a helmet made the difference between the M4 versus the MAC-10. Like, who would come out in that fight? Because I guarantee if he has a helmet, what's Apex going to do at that range?
Yeah, you're exactly right. And that's also one of the really tough parts about going into that first gun round on the CT side is don't always have everything you'd like, don't always have that helmet. So a bit brutal. Based off of ENCE's 2-0 win over Mouse Sports earlier, they play Mad Lions tomorrow in the semifinals. And the winner of this match, which is looking at the moment like Vitality have the massive advantage for that, they have NIP waiting for them in the other semifinal tomorrow as well. So that would set us up quite nicely.
Yeah, I actually really, really look forward. I think we've been blessed with some pretty good games throughout this tournament so far, so I expect that it will be tons of fun getting into it here. Smoke all the way at the bottom. A lot of grenades over at Banana. 3 of them still not thrown. They were probably hoping for some signal, some sign that there was a fight coming from the Vitality side, but they haven't been going for that Banana fight at all. They're just saying, you know what, why risk it? We're so far ahead. No point in going for it.
All right. Golden doing some spam through the smoke towards T mid. He's the only defender at this bomb site for the moment. And he's got just 1 smoke. So as soon as he puts that down, which is right now, actually, I think Vitality's going to happily come through that. They were setting up for the flashbang anyways. Being very cautious about the close angles. They do not want to get caught by anything suspect. And Golden's going to back away. He's got no more delay tactics available to him.
Oh, JW. He's so dead. They had no information. Golden was being forced back. They wanted to try and see if they could do something, but that was one of the 2 M4s that they had. Now down in the middle, and Golden, He can win this round, but it's going to have to be a really cool double kill where he takes no damage. There's one out in the open, but Cyber will take him down. Also, Crim's helping out, and that's actually pretty big. Gives him an AK-47. The bomb is being planted. It's a 2-on-3. They don't have a kit, so they need to be a little bit swift about this. Molotov on Cyber as well.
I don't think they're happy about these positions whatsoever, Masuta and Zywoo. This is a really awkward scenario. Zywoo's gonna have to get aggressive. Molotov into the choke point to delay things. They want to take that fight. That's perfect. Now to the other side, over the flames. Zywoo's got one more, and they've put this down before the retake can even begin.
Yeah, I don't know what they're fighting right now. Again, they could probably guess that there's not going to be a kit in play. Brolin has to fall back, and he might almost get caught there. Takes all of his anger out on the chicken, which is unjustified, but it will be 13-7, a 6-round lead now. And a good recovery from Vitality. Again, that Molotov going down. They had actually just thrown the smoke over towards Banana as well. They had one Fnatic, so, you know, they had to just wait. Oh, that's so tough.
That round hurts, because Fnatic's going to feel like they were oh so close to making that happen. And unfortunately, just not to be. 13-7, Fnatic switching into a double op setup. One on Flusha, one on JW, and JW's gonna go for the early peek. He's blinded, but he almost had the timing.
Double op setup. That is, well, often the key to do something to get your team back. But it's gonna have to start out well. Cost them a lot to get here. A lot of pressure on middle. Ooh, and Brolin going down. That was Masuta all the way. He was shooting in towards the pit to get that kill. And that's going to spark a rotation. They have to ping someone back here. Golden actually not quite sure where to go. Flusha now holding Banana on his own, and they're going to come out this time from apartments instead. And JW, he's so close with the orb. He goes down. Golden inside of the smoke, fighting for his life. I can't believe he gets a double and the triple. Oh. What a tremendous defense. And now RPK on his own in a 1 versus 2. That was world class from Golden. He should have been dead 10 different ways. And RPK, he could go for the bomb plant here, but he can't really escape.
He's just making sure Golden hasn't stuck around. Golden's nowhere creative. Well, bomb plant is going to be huge. He taps it, hoping for a reaction.
He has got a Molotov, but so have they. Going to be put down, but one is already in front, and he's about to get shot in the back. Yeah, no chance. Big round for Fnatic. It cost them a lot, but Golden absolutely saved them.
I actually thought that was a really cool move from Vitality. Falling back in mid, but only to readjust over towards Halls. This is just such, as you said, a world-class play. Triple kill from Golden to save the day for Fnatic. And let's see if that ignites anything in this Fnatic defense. They still have the double op that they're able to recover, but money's not looking good. They're still right on that edge. So Vitality kind of have Fnatic right where they want him at this moment. Still in control. And still a lot of money on Masuta, 5,600, Shocks 58, oh my god, a spam. And 2 players are spotted. He got all the information, even in a death.
Yep, and now they're coming through. The flashbang is in, and Golden is gone. Flusha has to fall back, and he simply has to stay alive. He's going to try and escape back to the next corner. But yeah, they could smoke this off. They could try and flash it. There's the second flash. Good timing for Flusha. Getting it even while blind. They jump over that shot, and it's going to be a bomb plant here. Flusha has to be careful. It's not worth it to go down, and they have 2 Molotovs left, so let's see if they can find a good place to use them.
Well, this is the classic criticism of a double op setup as well, is what do you do in this situation right here? There's no chance to swap those AWPs out. They're so valuable. You don't have the money to lose both of them, but you really can't risk letting Vitality get to 14 at this stage.
They've smoked off Shocks, and this happened a lot of times to Fnatic when they couldn't actually stop the defuse because they were out here. Let's see if it's going to be different for Shocks if they ever actually get into the bomb site. They've taken a long time already. Nice shot from Apex, even better. Follow-up and another bullet, and he would have had it. Flusha on the defuse. It's not going to matter. It will be around here for Vitality. Absolutely well played. 14-8.
Yeah, because of the double op, that retake never actually began. Fnatic threw all their utility, but it's still 2 ops over towards Ruins. Just peering into the bomb site, looking for someone from Vitality to peek. Vitality wins that round just by taking their hands off the keyboard and mouse. Those double ops just so unwieldy if they get into that bomb site. And B is already a difficult site to retake to begin with. 14-8 in the favor of Vitality, and they have economic control. Fnatic force buying into this round. One op on Flusha, one scout on JW. The nade would have let that tag get the kill, but it's not to be.
Man. Orb, Scout, MP9s, and a FAMAS. They are pretty much walking around with everything they have right now, Fnatic. And it's not that great. No defuse kit, limited on grenades. So this style, this is just to say, like, the pace difference between this and Nuke, when they're this far ahead and they know Fnatic's economy is so low, going slow like this means Fnatic are going to be using what grenades they have early on in the rounds, and then there's not going to be anything left. Flusher out here, almost relocating into a headshot. That could have been dangerous. Swings for the peak, and a quick pick off there, taking down Apex. It's not bad at all. But there's the refrag.
Yeah, that's an all-important one as well. Ooh, they cleared Crims, but not really convincingly. They weren't fully committed to it, but Masuta's ready for the follow-up peek. But again, knife out, assumptions are made. And now they have the choice. Do you want to go with the op at the B bomb site or the rifle at A? And they're going to choose Flusha.
Yeah. Well,
that's a scary prod.
It is, but they do have the smoke, so they're just going to block him off now. Let's see if he can get one for the smoke. That would be the most Fnatic thing of all time if they were able to build some sort of a comeback off this. Faked once. Not doing it. He's almost had the right idea. 14 seconds left, and he's not shooting that gun. He's waiting for it, and he takes down Saibu, and RPK can't quite catch him. He's right at the corner here, but backup is right behind him. Golden now coming in. If RPK swings too far, he's going to be shot in the back. Gun barrel showing. There's the peak, and now he has to escape. He's around the corner. Golden will smoke him off. No kit, so it's going to be 10 seconds around here. That's surely never going to happen. Not quite the angle. Still not either. 3 seconds left. RPK going back for it. 1 second left, and oh no! Did he come off it? He did come off, and RPK will win it. I can't believe it. He would have had it. He would have done it. But the nerves betrayed him, and it's 15 for Vitality.
How are you going to stick a 10-second defuse and get off at that point?
Nerves, Jason.
Oh no! Yeah, but you have the nerves to stick it for 8 seconds. Oh, I don't know, maybe he thought he was coming through the smoke, but that is crazy. You might as well...
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's frustrated. That's a almost impossible situation for Golden. Oh no. He's pissed. He's pushing down Banana. He's got the headshot on RPK. It's not a great consolation prize.
If Masuda finds Roland over here, he actually might. He's at least in position for it. Oh, but the timing works in favor of Roland. That's important. That could have opened up the whole A-bomb site. That is such a ridiculous one-on-one. I mean, I don't even know. He probably did think he was coming through, but that's a tough way to go. Anyway, 4 vs 2 in this round. Looking like Fnatic are gonna climb up to 9 rounds, from which they would still have to win another 6 in a row to try and get it into overtime, which is a feature here in the playoffs. Wow.
Well then. The plot thickens.
It does. The madness continues ever so slightly.
15-9. AKs on Brolin and Golden. Vitality have the kind of lead where you can afford to take a save or you can afford to take a half buy here. They're not going to, of course. I just wanted to bring up that there was a possibility.
Well, I appreciate that. They're going to get the 1 AK and then Tech-9s on Inferno. You know what that's all about, Jason? Run and gun up Banana?
Oh man, it's taking me back to 2015 again.
Yeah, I think we need it. Puts a smile on our face.
2015 was a good year. Good year. RPK gonna back away from the flames. That was deep down mid. Vitality, again, they've opened up a lot. You asked the question, you posed the idea if Vitality was gonna be as aggressive on Inferno as we saw them on Nuke. The answer is no. They've opened up a lot of these rounds very passive and staying deep and far as possible away from the nades of Fnatic.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. Golden being given the AK so he can stick around here while Flusher rotates back to the A-bomb side. That also makes you wonder, like, could there be a round where they decide, okay, now we're really going to go and fight it, like, you know, all the way, like, just a surprise uppercut to Banana? Or are they forever just going to leave it alone? Well, they go after the fact. Brolin will fall back. He has a smoke, so he's feeling a bit safe. Don't want to be feeling too safe again when there are Tech9s and Mac-10s in play. If you throw down that smoke, they're going to come through. Let's see if they actually go for it here. Shock's making noise on the other side, but yeah, this is going to be the real test. I think they should go through. Don't wait for it. Yep, flashes in. Golden back here. Molotov out into the fight, and he's flashed again. Oh, he's so exposed. That's a great entry. Apex trying to catch them as they came around the corner, but that's not going to happen. Bomb goes down, and it's a 4-on-4. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if he hears JW, this is going to be a timing peak, certainly. Or he can just... Oh, he's going to go all the way behind him. Nobody hard clears brackets. What a hard decision to make. And Shox, all the question is the speed that he'll take for this flank.
Yeah, that is really what does it here. They could knock out Fnatic right now. It's all on Shox for sure. Saibu goes for a bit of a wild spray. It's RPK to take down JW, and he's not even needed. They clean it up behind him. Nice jump from Flusher, but he's out in the open again. And it's Crims, 1 versus 3. What a game this has been for Vitality. They take out Fnatic 2-0 on Nuke first, and now right here on Inferno as well. Powerful performance from the French.
I love seeing him play like this for an extended in the spring showdown. They're finally showing consistency. This is playing well. Zywoo was a beast.
Yeah, I mean, this was...